Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is February 5th of 2026. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears the CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage an escalating series of events in the United States on the date of February 6th of 2026. Under the guise of Solid Curtain Citadel Shield, which is a naval exercise happening at multiple naval bases and naval locations across the United States on the date of February 6th. Although it is a 2-week exercise which commenced on January 26th of 2026 and will conclude on February 6th, February 6th is the active part of the drill, which is dubbed by the Navy a 2-part force protection anti-terror exercise, whatever that means. So according to the reports that I read, they're dealing with threats to base security, active shooters, base runners, gate crashers, medical evacuations, airplane crashes, and chemical spills. So this suggests that there's going to be domestic terrorism or foreign terrorism. Domestic-wise, it's going to be likely executed under the guise of a Charlie Kirk revenge attack. The date of February 6th marks exactly 149 days since Charlie Kirk was assassinated by Israeli Mossad in Orem, Utah, back on September 10th of 2025. Of course, the number 419 is notorious in American domestic terror with the Waco massacre of April 19th, 1993, followed by the Oklahoma City bombing of April 19th of 1995. That is because the Constitution of Switzerland was founded on April 19th of 1878, so that is why that 419 numerology is always found in these respective blood sacrifices. There's also the realistic possibility that the CIA is going to stage Iranian, Chinese, or Russian-related attacks targeting U.S. naval bases as pretext for World War III. 9/11 style attacks, domestic terror attacks, foreign terror attacks are expected. These are going to be CBRN in nature, that's chemical, biological, radiological, or nuclear in nature, and is specifically designed to trigger mass evacuation events, martial law, and the deployment of the U.S. National Guard. Based off of this exercise that is going to climax on the date of February 6th, I should also mention really quick that the date of February 6th, the number 26 or 26 equates to letter Z, which is an acronym for Zionism, and that is the political motivation for this impending wave of terror against the American people, which is likely going to be executed on the ground via the Israeli Mossad, the Israeli Air Force, and the Israeli Navy, who are likely going to bombard U.S. military bases under the guise of a foreign attack or execute acts of terror in the United States as they did on 9/11, JFK, Charlie Kirk, and as pretext for either civil war domestically or a war designed to trigger a World War III. Based off of this drill and the fact that the CIA is planning neocons, George W. Bush, Paul Wolfowitz, people like that from the former Bush administration, as well as the original George Bush administration, Bush 1, Condoleezza Rice, people like this. This is going to bring them back to power. So this means that Donald J. Trump will either be arrested or assassinated on the morning of February 6th. I believe that they're going to merge the Epstein files, because all of the talking heads in the media have been stating, for the record, over the past 72 hours since the release of this third dump of Epstein files, that Epstein was a KGB asset. So what they're going to do is they're going to arrest Trump most likely on the morning of February 6th. for allegedly masterminding the entire Epstein operation um, as a Russian intelligence operative. So we know about the whole Russiagate. We know about how they tried to link him to Putin and to Russian intelligence. So what they're going to try to do, because this is completely implicating the Mossad in this blackmail, sextortion, sex trafficking ring. And so what they're going to do is they're going to try to knock out Trump along with the Epstein scandal, pin it on him, and take him out under the guise of being a Russian asset that was orchestrating this whole sex ring, and he's going to be dubbed as the ringleader. So if that happens on the morning of February 6th, then what the CIA will do is have their Mossad go out and unleash an unprecedented wave of terror, which appears to be what this drill is for. And so then they'll say that these are MAGA people that are upset with Trump being arrested and that they've starting terrorism attacks. Plan B, if they can't arrest Trump, then they would stage some sort of a coup in the aftermath of foreign attacks, which would be scapegoated onto China, Iran, North Korea, Pakistan, Russia, etc. So obviously, this event has the numerology of the CIA, who is orchestrating it. This Citadel Shield solid curtain exercise commenced on January 26. 26 equates to the letter Z, which is an acronym for Zionism, and it's going to conclude on 2/6, which is 26 as well. Coincidentally, the date of February 6 is the date of the Super Bowl nuclear terror plot, which was supposed to be Obama's nuclear 9/11 on February 6 of 2011, with the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl XLV in Dallas, Texas. That was obviously foiled by my book entitled The Nuclear Bible. And so it appears that they have reloaded for this particular date, and that they are going to stage some sort of mass attack targeting U.S. military installations or soft targets in the United States, and then scapegoated onto alleged domestic terrorists, possibly in the aftermath of a Trump arrest or assassination, or some sort of a coup d'etat orchestrated by the neocons that are just absolutely rabid Zionists that are trying to get back in power and start World War III. And so in this particular case, they would likely blame a foreign actor. So obviously, if this is going to transpire in reality, some sort of major event is going to transpire or happen. According to the reports, the entire west coast of the United States, Washington, the reports that I saw was Washington, Nevada, Oregon, California, Arizona, and New Mexico, I believe. Naval installations are all conducting this exercise. Then, in 2011, they had an airplane crash during the same exercise, and in 2025, this exercise was in Washington, D.C. And so, putting this all together, I can deduce or surmise that some sort of an event is going to happen in Washington, D.C. With Trump. And like I said, it's likely going to be a Russian Epstein-related arrest. He will likely be assassinated during the arrest, or he will be taken to a CIA black site, courtesy at the behest of Switzerland, and he will be tortured, possibly for years, and they will put probably J.D. Vance in, or they'll completely declare martial law under the guise of terrorism, and then put in a temporary government that was coincidentally implemented in the aftermath of the 9/11 attacks. I believe it's a continuity of government exercise, but it's also, I forget the exact acronym for it, but it's basically COG, and then the entire apparatus of the government is going to move to Colorado Springs, Colorado, where they have a Space Force base. It's Peterson Air Force Base, and they also have, I believe it's called Cheyenne Mountain, and so it's this deep bunker, deep inside, and so this attack is going to put the United States on a wartime footing. It's probably going to be DEFCON level 3 or 2 or even 1. And I believe that the Second American Civil War or a declaration of war against a foreign nation will commence on this particular date of February 6th of 2026. So obviously, if that happens in any form or fashion, know that it was all planned, orchestrated by CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland. They're trying to destroy the United States. They're trying to assassinate her president, and they're trying to basically tear this country into a million pieces. And so obviously, if this happens in any form or fashion, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace.